Did you ever wonder why they can move an entire military industrial complex in a matter of days, but cannot time traffic lights? Have you ever wondered why they can land a rover on Mars, millions of miles away from Earth, but your ability to get to work is slow, expensive, and impossible? Well, it's very simple, really, because it's not in their interest to do so. And contrary to what you've been miseducated to believe about democracy, freedom, the separation of powers, of, by, and for the people, well, the only interest they really have in the people is that they work and be taxed until death for the benefit of the few upper elite classes of individuals who live large on the people's largesse. If only we told the truth, where would we be? If only we educated our children with truth, would they go along with the way of life we've created? I think not. That's why we have to continue with the bullshit. But anyway, we're out here. The remnants of Snowstorm Jonas. We got at least 2 feet, I believe, in New York City. And one thing you'll notice is, the one positive about snow is that the quietness. The intense quietness that it creates. It's sort of like insulation, or soundboard that you would have in a music studio. It's interesting, actually, but it's very good for the spiritual practice, to discern the truth of the world around us. Like we say, to connect with the Creator. Because that's the most valuable thing. To become more like the God who made you. And less like the world, which is interested only in profits and greed. And the resulting abuse of the creation. We don't want to go that way. Listen. It's absolutely spectacular. For those who live in the warmer climates, you know, it's something to experience. I wouldn't want to live in extreme north for where you get very little summer and more winter. Here, at least, we get 6 months. It's probably usually about half. 6 months summer, 6 months winter. But it's nice to experience it. Like I said, you gotta look for those finer qualities of experience to really appreciate it. Even the bad things, have finer qualities that could maybe make us into better human beings. That's actually where I finally came to understand the scripture. All things work together for good for those called to be conformed to the image of Christ. It's because I realized a moment of suffering I was going through made me realize to be more sensitive. And that made me into a better human being, which really made me realize that even the bad things can turn us into a better human being, or like I said, to conform to the image of Christ. And that's the purpose of our existence. Not to be conformed to the world, but to be conformed to the image of Christ. It's a little difficult to walk in. Show you how deep it is. Look. I don't know how deep that is. Let's take a walk into the woods. Oh, looks like squirrel tracks, I believe. Let's check it out. Oh, here. These squirrel tracks. Probably. Go off into the woods. Up onto the tree. So wherever you are, just get out into the original form of creation, where you can find a moment of peace. Though the weather outside is frightful, and the fire is so delightful, since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how we hate going out in the storm. When your arms hold me tight, all the day long I'll be warm.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. Oh, the fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbye. But as long as you love me so,